Hello and welcome to Wackadoodle Time, your home for hot takes, deep dives, and unhinged theories from the world of Bravo and beyond. Each week we take someone's Bravo hyperfixation and use it to discuss big ideas filtered through the perfectly imperfect people on our TV screens. We are your hosts. I'm Ellen.
And I am Amy. How are you, Ellen? And Sally's butt.
Sally's tails here. I'm doing good. Sally's in a nice mood. It's, early Tuesday morning. Oh, I watched Rhode Island this morning.
Oh, I have not caught up. How was the most recent episode?
It's a great episode. And exciting update for me, I can tell most of them apart now.
Oh my God, congratulations.
Yeah, I know. I feel really proud of myself. The two that I can't quite parse are Kelsey and Rosie.
Yes.
Because they're both younger. And I know one's in a throuple, and they hate each other, which just kind of makes it fun for me, So it's like, I don't know who's mad at who. Who can tell?
It's just like that meme of the Spider-Mans pointing at each other. Yeah,
100%.
Perfect.
It's very Meredith and Lisa season 1 of Salt Lake City. Even though they didn't hate each other, but none of us could tell them apart.
I know, but now to think of that, confusing one for the other is so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's going to be so fun in like 2 or 3 seasons to look back and be like, remember when we couldn't tell Rosie and Kelsey apart? I'm literally checking my notes to make sure those are their names.
So right now everybody's in like investigator mode about like who's having an affair and who's not. That seems to be the main topic of conversation.
Yeah, and I don't even really want to say anything because there were so many good like points and twists and turns in this episode.
It's been a little second screen for me, as most things are, I think, because of my ADHD. But I do think I got to put the phone away and lock in on this show because I think I'm missing important stuff.
I second screened it. I was making myself breakfast and cleaning the kitchen. And so that was like a nice second screen option because it was an activity, not a phone.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But so you could your attention's still all on it. You're still listening, whatever.
Yeah. I still felt locked in enough that I could figure it out.
Good.
Okay, there's a fun thing that I noticed. Listeners, if you're from Rhode Island, write in and tell me if I'm right about this. Okay, so in this episode, Jo Ellen is talking about her grandfather passes away, and they flash back to a scene of them at her wedding, and it's like Jo Ellen's grandfather, Joseph Joel. And so I think... seems like Joel is probably a family name for her somewhere.
Okay.
And so I think her name is Jo Ellen to honor the Joel.
Oh, that has to be it.
I love that. I love that. Incredible.
Joel. How do we feminize Joel?
Could be Joel, or it could be Jo Ellen.
That's totally what it is. Well done. You cracked the case.
Thank you.
That's great. And also, that's crazy.
There aren't any Amy housewives, are there?
Not that
no
I
housewives
know
named
of.
Amy? I can't think of any off the top of my head.
No, there were so many of us, like in every class I had growing up, and we haven't made our way into pop culture, like into the reality TV space.
Sure, okay.
In a way that I would like.
Sure. I mean, I just think that this is the closest I'm ever going to get. So I'm really excited to have a Jo Ellen.
Well, yeah, and
Eileen.
Screen.
Yeah. But Eileen's
we're going to talk about today. Yes, but it's sonically not too different.
Sure.
I mean, a lot of the same letters. My favorite thing currently about Rhode Island is how everything is, how driving 15 minutes is like the worst thing that's ever happened to them. How a 15-minute drive is too far away. Living in Los Angeles, that is the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
That was my son's daycare. And I was like, great, it's so close.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
15 minutes is nothing.
A dream. A total dream. That's the neighborhood, baby.
Oh my God. 15 minutes.
Incredible.
The schlep. Oh.
Cranston.
But also, I guess if you are like a big Italian family, you're not just transporting yourself. You're also probably transporting like trays of lasagna, like a case of wine,
Yeah.
Because you can't show up empty-handed either. It's such a good choice. I don't know who made the decision to say Rhode Island, but God bless them for it.
And this is like exactly why, like, I think this is the road for more housewife franchises. Let's find weird cities that you don't think would be a housewife city or, a state.
Yes, that's right. Oh, that's right. This is our first one that's a whole ass state, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have Orange County, which is probably, and we had the District of Columbia, but that's a city.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had one county, and now we have a whole ass state.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I love them so much.
How are you doing, Amy?
I'm doing okay. Let's see. So far, so good on the week. I have a couple of birthday parties lined up that involve going to see Devil Wears Prada 2. So I'm very fucking excited for that,
Great.
obviously. And I feel really good about my life choices and the friends that I have in my life that's a thing that's happening for me.
That's so fun.
And I already love it, and I don't care how it is. I don't care about the actual quality or experience I have watching it. I've already decided that I love it. So
great. Yeah.
And I think that's valid.
Anytime I get to see a movie with Stanley Tucci in it, like, it's a good day.
Stanley and Meryl. I want a cut of Julie and Julia where it's just the Julia Child stuff, so I can just watch Meryl and Stanley Tucci like roll around and eat food.
Wait, I totally forgot that he was also in that. Oh my God, yes. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope they're good friends in real life. I bet they are.
I bet they are.
Or at least, they're really good, like, working buddies. I bet they have a great time on set together.
Yeah, who wouldn't be friends with either of them?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, I love them. So yes, very excited for that. What else is going on this summer? I mean, I can only think so far ahead. So that's really all I got to look forward to. I have a weird, strange cough. No other symptom, but a weird, strange cough. So you might hear it today.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
And I'm just trying to selectively take in information from the outside world,
Yeah. Also, Amy, I did want to issue a formal apology to you on the pod that you had a whole unhinged theory planned for last week. And I just kind of hijacked the conversation to talk about Summer House and to work through my feelings about Summer House.
It was absolutely fine. It wasn't even much of anything.
Okay.
I just wanted to talk about the concept of girls and fuck boys and sort of get a little, but like we kind of did anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
And maybe those are topics we'll include farther down the line. But it was half baked, if anything. So
okay, great.
You truly have nothing to apologize for.
Great.
And there was more healing. There was more verbal processing that needed to happen for us, and so we did it. And I won't be ashamed of that.
Thank you for making space for me to do that.
Yeah, we're all just dealing with this national crisis.
Yeah,
in our own ways, and everyone's got to take care of themselves.
And, friend of the pod, Lila, has said that she's turned the corner and now she's having Scandival with it and it's being fun for her. Mm-hmm. And so I've decided that that's the mindset I need to take too. I'm exhausted by it, but also time for me to start having fun with this.
I think that's right. Because also I am excited for my internal shift away from poor Sierra.
Yeah,
because I don't want to put that on her. I don't know how she's feeling.
Yeah.
And she can feel however she wants, but she doesn't need my pity or my concern or whatever,
Yeah.
And when two people are just acting in such overtly villainous ways,
yes,
and are facing some mild consequences,
doesn't that feel good?
Where does that happen in the world in 2026? Let's just take this moment and embrace it.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do it. I love that mindset shift.
Yeah, especially when they're doubling down. Since last week, we've gotten, since last recording, we've gotten 3 rounds of leaked audio.
Wow.
From this motherfucking reunion. I feel like I'm going to have all of it. I'm going to have seen the commercials that air. I feel like every single thing is going to get leaked. But also, I'm just realizing this. Have we seen the looks? Have we seen any pictures?
No, I don't think they've released the looks. They released the seating chart, but I think that's it.
That's weird to me. I feel like those looks get dropped same day. Usually.
Right. And so it feels to me like they're holding that back. Are you going tinfoil hat?
No. I mean,
what's the
not
conspiracy?
for lack of wanting to. No, I'm it's still formulating. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if there is one. Yeah. But I just noticed that we've heard a lot. I'm hearing them, but I'm not seeing them.
Mhm. I don't remember, as we're talking about it, I don't remember, I do feel like usually they release the looks and the seating chart at the same time, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
And I wonder, like, the leaks, I think we've established at this point, came from, like, inside the control room, right? It's not from, like, one of the cast members. We don't know who it is, but Andy knows who it is because Jennifer Lawrence told him.
Yeah, apparently Jennifer Lawrence knew who it was.
Great. Good job. I love that. Couldn't love it more. But we don't know who it is.
No, okay. I don't. No.
No. I don't think that name is out there.
I don't think that name works at Bravo anymore.
I can't.
I think that name got fired.
But also, what? I need more information on all of it.
Yeah, I wonder if it maybe was, somebody just wasn't thinking and sent it to like their friend, being like, "Oh my god," and then it went.
That's so dumb, though. My god.
Oh, it's really dumb. Yeah.
And, I wonder also, like, are the snippets we heard, are those the most inflammatory, or is it more?
I think they can't be, because that was pretty tame, right? Like,
it all seemed
at least
pretty
I
tame.
thought. Yeah. They were all just being a bunch of idiots, Wes and Amanda.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a pair of dum-dums.
Of ding-dongs.
A couple of real ding-dongs.
No, that's a word that's just re-entered my vocabulary recently, and I love it. Just a couple of ding-dongs.
Yeah.
It works for a lot of people right now.
They are it's very ding-dong coded.
Yeah.
100%. The more they act like ding-dongs, the more I think maybe they do desert each other. Maybe they are twin flames.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they both respond to a crisis like this.
Just two little dummies made for each other. The worst was in the leaks when someone is like, who wrote that? And they admit that they wrote it like with the help of ChatGPT. And that was maybe a joke, but like not really a joke. Hard to tell. Feels like it's not a joke.
She said it and then laughed like it wasn't a joke, but like,
yeah, but I was
like it was a joke, but it was obviously.
Yeah. Oh man, brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal. That's brain rot.
Keep it coming. Yeah.
I wanted to have a quick business corner about the podcast really fast.
Okay.
We're now releasing episodes on YouTube. Not visual episodes. You can't watch us because we still refuse to do that. Don't want to do that.
Just just a select clip here and there.
Yeah. For the
tease.
For the socials, you know.
Yeah.
But if you are a person that listens to podcasts on YouTube, now that's something you can do. You can listen to our podcast on YouTube. And if you are one of those people, will you explain yourself to me?
Write to us.
Will you tell me what's going on?
Why? I mean, as far as I could tell, YouTube seems to be fairly the least problematic of the platforms.
Sure, yeah.
Not like podcasting platforms, but of like content, social platforms.
Yeah.
A lot of people I like, trust, respect, spend a lot of time on YouTube.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying they're watching great stuff over there, but I know a lot of people who that is their primary source of. But now that I'm saying this, the one person I'm thinking of in particular does watch a lot of stuff about aliens. So maybe I will just hold back my ringing endorsement of the platform.
Okay.
But there's a lot of people out there. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, hi, we love you. We're
so happy to give us a subscribe.
Please. And then write to us at wackadoodlepod@gmail.com and tell us what you're doing over there.
Yeah. Tell me how it works for you. Yeah, I guess I've always just been a podcast person on my phone. I was Apple Podcasts, then went to Spotify, and now I'm back on Apple Podcasts. So I've just I will also apologize because I log into the Wackadoodle Time podcast on my computer. And also on YouTube, I spend a lot of time looking for Miss Rachel videos. So if you ever log in to Wackadoodle Time on your computer, you're probably just going to get some Miss Rachel videos.
Okay, good to know.
So what an overlap.
Listen, I love our woke queen shaping young minds.
Yeah, she's great. She's very sweet.
I wonder if she watches Bravo.
Oh yeah, I wonder if she does in her spare time. Like, how does she relax?
I'd love to know. Miss Rachel, if you're listening, please let us know. Keep up the good work, queen. And who's your favorite housewife?
Yeah, so that's Business Corner.
Beautiful.
While you're there, you can give us a follow, rate, review, all the algorithm stuff.
Please. We want to hear all of it.
We love the algorithm.
Thank you, algorithm.
Amy,
Okay,
are you ready to present? I will make space for you to do this today.
Thank you. Now keep your fucking mouth shut. Here we go. So I'm tired of talking about Summer House. I finally reached my threshold.
Great.
And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of the discourse. And I'm tired of the backlash and the discourse about the backlash and the backlash to the discourse. I want to plug back into what makes us happy and what drew us to Bravo in the first place. And it goes back to, we spend a lot of time in the JV locker room these days with the Summer House of it all. And I want to take us back to varsity. I want to take us back to the Real Housewives. Yes. And I want Real Housewives of Beverly Hills just wrapped up its season. Not a stellar season. Then again, they rarely are for Beverly Hills. They just sort of plod along and get the job done. There were some delights here and there, but for the most part, okay, guys, sure. But I thought back to peak Beverly Hills, and then I remembered that you started a vacation series when we took the Orange County Housewives to Ireland. So I think I threw this one out then, but I decided it was time for us to pack our bags and go to Amsterdam.
Amy, I'm so excited.
Oh, good. We needed this. We needed a break.
We really did. We needed joy.
We need some fucking joy. Thank you. So we are going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast trip to Amsterdam that happens all the way back in season 5.
Whoa.
Which I did not realize it was that long ago.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Incredible.
Season 5, episodes 15 through 18. It spans 4 episodes. Now it's like the tail end of 15. It's like the back half of 15 and the very beginning of 18. We really get 2 episodes to like dig in. And this is a trip that begins and ends in violence. It is a trip about relationships. It is about alcoholism and addiction. It is about trying to change other people's behavior. It is about past trauma influencing present day relationships. It is about the family disease of alcoholism and addiction, how it creates core wounds that then bleed over into your present life. I'm going to start with the taglines of all the ladies. These will all come back to you as they did to me as you go. Lisa Vanderpump, right out the gate. Throw me to the wolves and I'll return leading the pack.
I think that's my all-time favorite tagline. It's so good.
Might be the best one.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Then we get Yolanda Foster. Character isn't what you have. It's who you are. She's still jaunty. It's like her second season probably. Okay. Rinna, first season. You've heard a lot about me, but it's only true when it comes from my lips.
Another good one.
I know. Eileen, also first season.
Okay.
I'm not a bitch, but I play one on TV. Queen.
Love it. Great.
Kim Richards. Oof.
Yeah.
I've been rich and I've been famous, but happiness beats them both.
Okay.
Sad. Again, sad. It's her last season. It's also Brandy's last season. And Brandy's is, I'd rather spend my life kicking ass than kissing it. Foreshadowing the violence. And then Kyle, in a shocking twist, she must not have started her in this town. All of her taglines starts with like, in this town. This one is just, planes and yachts are nice, but my happiness starts at home.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know. I don't really have context for this season for Kyle or why she says that, but I'm sure it's
I can't believe that season 5 was Brandy's last season. That she looms so large in my imagination of this show. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so. She may have come back a little bit afterwards.
Sure. She's made appearances.
My very rudimentary, very lazy research told me it was her last season.
Okay.
So these are episodes 15 through 18. So they're deep into the season. We've gotten Rinna. We've gotten Eileen. We've had a lot going on so far. We've had that infamous game night at Eileen's house where Kim took a pain pill. And then on the ride there, Kim, who has been very vocal about being sober, her dying husband, Monty, has all these pain pills. She took one of them for I'm not sure why, for pain, but it made her really loopy. This is her version of events that I'm recounting. And then on the bus ride, on the car ride to game night, Rinna's with her, and they have a very weird car ride where she's being very strange. Rinna's trying to like yes and her, but like it's not working. And then Kim gets very serious and goes, "Don't feel sorry for me, bitch. You don't know what I cry about at night," or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she gets to game night. She's crazy. The Brandy is on crutches or something, and like Kyle steals one of her crutches.
Yes.
Game night is its own fucking hellscape, and everyone is still reeling from that. At first, Brandy was on the outs with Kim and Kyle because the Richard sisters were like kind of lightly bullying her.
Sure.
But then after game night, everyone's talking about what's wrong with Kim. Kim's not sober. Rinna's very into like Kim's not sober. And Brandy has sort of like stepped into the void that Kyle would like. She stepped up as like, I will be Kim's defender. I am Kim's like champion because none of you bitches. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's what's going on.
Brandy's doing that?
Brandy's doing
yes.
that.
Okay.
Brandy and Kim were like real tight during this period. Brandy's already gotten in trouble here and there with LVP, with Yolanda. You know, she has impulse control issues. And she always takes things too far, which we'll see in this trip as well. Yolanda's Lyme has been established. She's had some flare-ups, but it has not like brought her all the way down as we see later. This is pre Munchausen season. So thank God we don't have to deal with that. Okay. So that's kind of where we are with everybody.
Great.
You know, Eileen and Ren are still sort of getting the lay of the land. Kyle and Kim dynamic is not good right now, but they are still trying. Okay. So the first episode 15, the title is Welcome to Amsterdam? ? Before they leave, the fucking Yolanda does a scavenger hunt. Okay, great. It's very dumb. At the end of it, Camille shows up. Each team, there's 3 teams. She names each team the dream team. Maybe not to hurt anyone's feelings. So everyone's wearing a shirt that says like dream team number 1, dream team number 2, dream team number 3. It's very stupid. So then after that party, Yolanda announces she's taking everyone to Amsterdam. I want you to see where I'm from. I want you to see my culture. No one has ever had more national pride than Yolanda Hadid Foster Hadid.
Sure. Yeah.
And Brandy goes, "Whoa, we get to smoke pot." And, you know, Rinna says like, "I'll do it if you do it," to whatever. So they start packing, they get ready. There are 2 factions traveling to this thing. Eileen and LVP are meeting them in Amsterdam. The rest of the women go with Yolanda to Calgary first for a David Foster Foundation gala.
Yeah. Okay.
And on that flight is a fight between Kim and Rinna, because Brandy told Kim what Rinna's been saying. Rinna thinks that Kim should be calling that pain pill night a slip, like that she needs to, I guess, restart her sobriety date or whatever. Sure. Kim is mad. Kim is fucking mad, and Rinna apologizes on the plane, and Kim is still mad. Kim just wants to be mad. So she's like she is yelling and berating Rinna. My children, this is the most important thing in my life. The whole time they're fighting sort of diagonally. Like the aisle is between them. Kim is facing one way, Ren is facing the other. So they're looking at each other, but they're kind of like diagonal. But right across from Kim is Kyle, who is curled up into a ball in a full trauma response, like silent. Also, Babyface is on this plane. Because Babyface is a friend of David Foster. We saw earlier in the season the party at David Foster's house where Babyface is playing for everyone. Yeah. It's one of the early ones. And it's so like, it's so amazing because then they're like, oh, he can just make up a song. So David Foster said, like, someone give me a title. Give me a title for a song. And I believe it's Kim goes, I love my life. And so Babyface writes a song just vamping on the thing saying, I love my life over and over. And the women all sing along, and it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So Babyface is obviously going to this gala as well. So we land, they get there, they get ready for the gala. On the way there, it's Rinna and Kyle and maybe one other person in that limo. And Rinna says, like, this is a very tender subject for me because Harry has 2 brothers who died from addiction.
Yeah.
And then Kyle says, how long has Harry been sober? And you can tell that Rinna did not want that brought up. The way she pauses and kind of, and she goes, he's been sober for 3 years. So, like, it's new, but you could tell that Kyle brought it up knowing that Lisa didn't want it brought up, and then that Lisa took a beat and was like, God damn it. Okay. So, yeah. So then they do the gala. Steven Tyler is there. It's ridiculous. And they earn a lot of money for people getting organ transplants. Great.
And this is in Calgary?
Calgary, yes.
Okay.
Who knows why? Who knows why?
Okay, great.
Okay. So then they get to Amsterdam. Kyle left her Kyle, ADHD City, left her rolling bag somewhere right after they got off the plane. So then she has to go back and get it. Kim is furious. Kim's so pissed at Kyle. No, it's not about the bag, but it is, you know. But that episode ends with Kim being really pissed at Kyle. Next episode, it's called Amsterdam. It's Amster hyphen damn apostrophe. And this is the one where it all goes down. So they get to the hotel. They meet up with LVP and Eileen. Rinna fills them in on what's going on. They get ready for dinner. And Yolanda. So they're at the famous dinner. They're all wearing black. Brandy says, everyone's wearing black. I feel like we're going to a funeral. Foreshadowing. They sit down. Yolanda, like a good host and like a nosy bitch who's probably had a producer in her ear, she says, to start, let's go around the table and see if anyone has anything to share that connects us on a deeper level. That's the prompt. Oh, that's the prompt. But then she shares. I know. But then she shares with Kyle that Bella got a DUI. Do you remember this?
I do.
She gets emotional and she says, you know, my life isn't perfect. We should show who we really are. So
my life isn't perfect because my daughter fucked up and I'm going to throw her under the bus for my TV show.
Well, because she makes me look bad. She is an extension of me, 100,000,000%. So that's it. And then Rinna, so that news triggers Rinna, who cries. She lost a sister when she was 6, a sister who was like 20 something, to a drug and alcohol overdose. Yeah. So she cries and she says, I have deep-rooted issues. And then, like, very tenderly, very sincerely, she says to Kim, like, if I ever come across as too strong about it, I definitely just have a fear of it. It's my Achilles heel. If I've ever gotten into your business, she really, like, apologizing. She's saying all this. And then she says, you know, I never meant, if I've ever gotten into your business, I never meant to. I only wanted to help. And then you see Kim, who is furious, has not stopped being furious. So she says, you know, I'm sorry if I've ever gotten into your business. I never meant to, blah, blah, blah. And then Kim goes, well, you have. And then that starts the thing.
Okay.
And then Kim just goes right in. I'm sure she had been like amped up talking with a producer beforehand because and Eileen tries to help and like, we care about you. That's all she's trying to say. And then Kyle's trying to shut her down. And she says, well, I'm worried about you. You know, this is what Kim's saying. Let's not talk about, I'm concerned about you and your situation at home. And then Rinna has like a shock, like a Furby. She looks like the most shocked, like wide-eyed thing you've ever seen. It just freezes on her. And then Kim goes into, you want to talk about, bring up my stuff? Let's talk about your home life. And then Eileen tries to cut in and Kim goes, shut your fucking mouth, you beast. I had always thought that Eileen started with you beast because it's such a soap opera thing to say, but Kim said it to Eileen first.
Wow.
And then Eileen says, you beast. How dare you? And then they fight for a second. I don't like you. Well, I don't like you either. Kyle's already crying.
Great. Yeah.
What is wrong? Why do you do it like that? What's wrong with you? And then they go. I did find a full transcript that some beautiful person typed out. They report from memory on So we all know what happens here. It goes. Yolanda tries to go in. Everyone tries to de-escalate Kim and to like take some of the heat, and she is not hearing it. She just is locked in on Rinna. Let's not talk about what you don't want out there. And then, she says, let's talk about the husband. And Lisa has the reaction that we all now know that is famous. She says, don't touch my husband. She stands up. She starts to choke Kim. Everyone backs up. And now Kim is just going, everybody will know. Everybody will know. Everybody will know. She admits later there was nothing. She was saying that to get a rise out of her. But, Lisa pulls back. Rinna pulls back from her hands moving to like choke Kim. And then she gets a glass. She throws the water on her. And then she smashes the glass on the table and says, don't ever go near my fucking husband. Don't never talk about my fucking husband. At this point, Kyle runs like one of the kids in Weapons out the fucking door into the night. Allegedly, maybe she was looking for a producer, but Kyle's number one objective in life is to avoid getting in trouble. This is at the root of all of her stuff. She doesn't want to be in trouble with anybody. So, and this is too much for her to handle. She goes into fight or flight and she flies. And then, it all just disperses really fast. And Yolanda leads Rinna out into the street. Rinna is still hysterical. They congregate in like a doorway nearby, and Yolanda's hugging Rinna. Then, let's see. Kyle is still there. Kyle, I guess, comes back. She's sobbing. She says to Kim, you want me to defend you, but your behavior is indefensible,
Ooh. Yeah.
And then she leaves again. Eileen, LVP, everyone joins the Yolanda Rinna hugging situation in the doorway. Okay. Kyle too. So once Kyle says that to, she leaves. And so it's just Brandy and Kim left in the room. Brandy's in shock. She's like, I have glass in my hair. That's crazy. Kim is just like still sort of, how like when you overreact, but then you just keep talking because you're like, no, but I'm going to keep explaining this. Like they've put me through hell, blah, 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 blah. And Brandy's like, that's insane. I have glass in my hair. In the doorway, Lisa is still recovering from what just happened. But Kyle, no one's crying harder than Kyle. Kyle is hysterical. They Lisa says at some point they do the talking head and she goes, and all she says is, I fucking lost my fucking marbles. And I was like, yeah, you did, babe. And she owns it. The queen of owning it. You can't say she doesn't own it. She does. So they get on the bus to go, I don't know, back to the hotel or whatever. Lisa at this point, Rinna has recovered. Kyle is still hysterical. We have triggered that like ancient wound, that family wound. Like they say, like if it's hysterical, it's historical. Yeah. So like she is in a full blown like regressive moment here. And LVP, is a really good friend of Kyle. This is like during their peak friendship, which is sweet to see, but also sad knowing how it ends up. But she's saying like she's responsible. She feels so responsible for her sister. All of this. That night at the hotel room, there's really not much more they just sort of reconvene in Kyle. A lot of them go to Kyle's room just to hang out. Eileen cries. Like that was really traumatic for Eileen because there was a lot of yelling between Eileen and Kim too. And Eileen has addiction stuff in her family.
That's right.
And Yolanda goes to Brandy and Kim just to like be the hostess and to try to like cool the situation. Yolanda definitely thinks she's everybody's social worker, like walking around just trying to monitor and tell everyone how they should be behaving. But Kim says I'm done with her, and Rinna says I will never talk this out with her. So then the next morning, Rinna's in her room drinking coffee. She says I'm in PTSD. And then cool. And then there's a knock at the door, and she opens the door, and it's Kim. And Kim says, "Do you have a minute to talk?" And Rinna's like, yeah, okay. So they come in and talk. Okay. Kim said, we agreed on the plane not to talk about it, and then you brought it up last night in front of 7 people. So I guess for Kim's mind, it was like, even though in Rinna's mind, she was apologizing for it. Kim was like, you're still talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So then Rinna says, she told me in full terms to back off, and she had to go to a place that was so nasty in order to back me off. Well, in the midst of it, I could have killed her, but I'm backed off now. And let's let her best friend Brandy help her now. So Rinna apologizes.
Wow, Rinna. Yeah. Okay.
For not coming to her as opposed to talking to her back. Kim does not apologize. I don't know that she ever, I mean, I think maybe like off camera years later, does not apologize.
Sure.
So then now everyone else is in the lobby waiting to be like, what's today's going to be like? And then they both come down and they're like, everything's fine. And all the other women are like, okay. But there's no time because it's time to go to Yolanda's hometown. They go to the farmland. They rent bikes. They're all these giant bikes. Everyone's having a hard time. It's lots of physical comedy. Someone almost gets hit through it by a car. Yeah. They go to some windmills. There's one guy that says to Yolanda, you and I used to date. And she's like, we did? Did we kiss?
I remember that.
Like, yeah. And she's like, I don't remember you. Anyway, they go see her mom. Her mom is cute. Her brother's there. He seems nice, and a couple of friends. And they are just sort of chatting about what else they're doing. They're going to go to a coffee shop later and try a space cake. And Kim says, wisely, I don't think it'd be a good idea to go.
Sure.
So then later in the day, they go to the coffee shop. And then it gets so annoying with everyone sort of dancing around doing
who's
weed,
gonna
right?
Yeah.
And this is what 20 I don't even know 20 season 5
10s ish.
Yeah, got to be 2010s. This is way before legalization. Everyone is still dancing around it all.
But so also like Mauricio has always been a pothead, right?
Oh
like,
my God. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I remember the first time I sort of realized it was on that trip to Hawaii, which was much later.
That's true. Okay.
Excuse me. But of course they all smoke pot.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
That's the least of their worries. So they go and there's like 7 of them around a table and they order like one piece of space cake. And then it's just a standoff of like, who's going to do it? Because also not only is it drugs, it's also cake. And these women don't. Like very famously. Before like
I hadn't even thought about that.
They go to sit down and like, or no, this is later, but like there's a moment where 2 of them are at a coffee shop and like one of them orders a piece of chocolate and the other one's like, no, I'm good. To like a literal piece of chocolate. Aww. But so yeah, Brandy says she's not going to do it because she just finished a 21-day cleanse. She's like, I don't need to be high around these people. It's the first smart decision Brandy's ever made. Maybe the last. Kyle and Vanderpump are doing bits with like rolling papers and pretending like they're joints and stuff. Kyle's doing that thing of joking as to avoid. Which is like, as the youngest
I'm not
of that
familiar
family.
with that at all.
She's just bits. No, she invented this technique. No one else has ever done this. So the brother right away, Yolanda's brother's like, I'll do it. And then Yolanda says no. Eileen says no. Everyone's kind of like, I have kids. And Brandy just cannot handle the hypocrisy anymore. You know, our little traumatized truth teller, she can't handle it.
Yeah.
And she says, well, the last time I smoked pot, I was with you, and points to Kyle. Ooh. And says, so let's not pretend like we're angels. Ooh. And then Kyle gets pissed.
Yeah.
Because again, Kyle, if you try to alter or disagree with Kyle's narrative, she gets pissed. That's her whole thing. So she says, I don't want to say it because of my children, Brandy. It's a parenting choice. So then the space cake shows literally a little piece of cake. And LVP finally has a bite. And in her like talking head, she says, listen, I lived in London in the 80s. Trust me. Have I seen it all? Yeah. Have I done it all? No, but I've had a whiff occasionally, which makes me think everything but needles. Right? Come on. Eileen has a bite. Because as she says, I'm weak and I succumb to peer pressure. Then Rinna and Yolanda take bites. Kyle is the only one who won't take a bite. And then afterwards in the street, this is the end of the episode, Brandy yells at them for being hypocrites. Then she screams in frustration and walks off, muttering about like different rules for different people.
Sure.
She's pissed. Okay, so that's the end of that episode. The next episode is called Amsterdam, D-A-M-N, Slap. So this is the next...
Wait. I'm sorry, what?
Amsterdam Slap.
Okay, is that supposed to be... Is that a phrase? that
I know.
It's just two words that are going
Amster
together.
hyphen damn. DAMN.
And then
slap.
Slap. Like the action that's about to happen.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not clever. It's not good.
I thought I was maybe missing something.
Because the other one
was just Amsterdam, right?
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And now Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
No,
slap.
it's not good. It's really not good.
Okay, great.
Really not good.
Okay.
But it's the next morning now. Kyle goes to visit Yolanda. The trip, the stress, everything is caught up with her, and she has taken to her bed. She says she woke up paralyzed. Like the Lyme, the fatigue, her body has shut down.
Sure.
And I believe it. I mean, this seems like it was a very stressful trip. So she's going to spend the morning in bed. Great. So then there's 2 trips, like on a lot of these trips, there's like 2 different excursions happening. There's a shopping trip and a museum trip. I guess Kyle comes to visit Yolanda, right? During all of this, when Yolanda says like she doesn't feel well, we sort of talk out the day. She tells Kyle that she has to fix her relationship with her sister, because that is something that Yolanda says.
Great.
You have to fix this. And Kyle cries. Kyle and Eileen decide to go to the Rembrandt Museum. Everybody else goes shopping.
Okay.
And now the hypocrisy is starting to bother Eileen. Last night it was Brandy. Now Eileen is like, Rinna and Kim are pretending like nothing happened, and I can't handle it. Also, Kim was a fucking bitch to me too.
Yeah.
And to Kyle, so Eileen and Kyle are the people who are still sort of upset about this and who are not into pretending like everything's okay. So they're the ones that go to the museum.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone else is like, let's go shopping. So, they do their shopping thing. They go to a sex store. They look at dildos, whatever.
Great. Classic.
Eileen and Kyle go to the Rembrandt Museum. Looks lovely. They get coffee. That's when Eileen literally gets like a piece of chocolate. And Kyle's like, no. And then they both talk about how weird it is that they're acting like it's okay. And it's clear they feel kind of left out.
Yeah.
And Eileen is sort of like the mentally stable version of Brandy, who can't not talk about the elephant in the room, right? Yeah. So after that, they meet back up, and Eileen and Rinna get a drink at probably the hotel bar. And Eileen is frustrated with Lisa, and in a move that is emotionally mature, but also proves why she didn't have the longevity to be a long-term housewife. Sure. She talks to the person she's upset with in a direct way.
Wow. Okay. Cool. And they've like known each other for years, right? I imagine because of the soap opera
they're
world.
good friends. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And there have been references to Rinna being a people pleaser and all of that, and which I don't think Rinna would deny, but Eileen says to Rinna, like, I'm frustrated, you're acting like nothing happened, and that you don't have. I feel like I really had your back during that fight, and they show clips, and she absolutely did, and I feel like maybe you don't have mine now, and Rinna just admits it. She goes, "Yeah, I'm in survival mode right now."
Okay. Yeah.
So fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Rinna's fawning up a storm.
Okay.
And
wait, Amy, you just gave me a new one. I didn't know about fawn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I'm sure
Fight,
I learned that on
flight,
TikTok.
Freeze, fawn. Okay. Great. All right. Wow.
Fawn is like, get the attacker.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like. So Rinna is Fawn City.
Okay.
But okay, that's okay. Then we get to the dinner, the canal cruise. Okay, I don't know. Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
No.
It's so cool. It's great. And they do these low boats that sort of go around the canal, and you can have dinner on them and stuff.
Yeah.
We did one when my friends and I went. It was super fun. So they're doing that tonight. The most, looking back, I think the biggest like bad omen about this dinner is that Kyle shows up in a red lip. Okay, I have never seen Kyle Richards in a red lip before.
Wow.
And a slick back low pony and a blazer. Like, this bitch is in business mode. Okay. She shows up pissed.
Wow.
And it's crazy. I forgot to say that It's probably burnt. Probably don't need to, but during that big fight that ended with the glass breaking, Kim yells at Kyle and says, you know, you are Brandy defends me more than you ever would. Kathy would never act like this. Yeah. Kathy would have my back like a real sister. Okay. Ooh. So I think probably that's been percolating for Miss Kyle. Yeah. But again, I just don't think we can overlook the importance of a red lip here, because I would not have guessed that she owned that shade.
A red. Wow. Yeah.
Because that is a very specific kind of housewife, you know. Anyway, so there's like a section where people are sort of sitting having cocktails, and then there's a dinner table.
Yeah. Okay.
So we start at the cocktail table. It's Brandy, Kim, Eileen, Rinna, and Brandy apologizes to Eileen for having been mean to her, which is a great move. Love to see it. Then everyone else comes over, and then the fight, and then Eileen, again, Eileen's mad, and Eileen is mad at Kim, and so the fight morphs into Eileen being mad at Kim, and like, you were really fucking mean to me. Yeah. And then Brandy tries to make a joke to sort of cover it up. It's like, look, we've all done bad things. I could say I'm this, and I could say I'm this, and I could say I'm this, and Eileen, we could say you're a home wrecker, and you don't say that to Eileen.
No.
So that just like gets her going again. Then Yolanda literally at some point is sitting there just covering her ears, and then she just gets up and goes to the table where dinner's set up and just starts having dinner by herself. And then one by one, everyone's going to start like joining the dinner table. Yeah. Eileen goes to sit with her. Rinna goes to sit with her. Now it's Brandy and Kyle fighting with each other over Kim. Kim is crying. And it's so funny because like Kyle and Brandy are fighting, and they hate each other. And it gets to that beautiful housewives stage of fighting where they start wishing each other the best. Where it's like, I don't want to be your friend, but I wish you the best. And it's like, oh, I wish you and your children nothing but success. I hope that you like happiness for generations. You know, they just keep like escalating how much they wish each other well. It's so fucking funny.
That's so funny.
And then Kyle, you know, it's like they're just love and lighting each other like back and forth. And then Kyle goes to the dinner table, and then it's just Brandy and Kim sitting at the cocktail table. Kim is crying. Now Kim's just sad. I knew this was going to happen, she says. Yeah. So then finally they sort of make their way over to the table. And we got to find a way to get along. That's the thing. So then I think it's got to be Yolanda again, the camp counselor, of like, she's like, this is not the end of the world. We're all good people. Oh, and then Brandy has an idea. Let's all go say, is it Brandy's idea? That seems crazy. But yeah, let's all go around the table and say something nice about each person. And it has to be positive. So, you know, it's like, it's a lot of like, you're such a good mother. It's a lot of all of that stuff. Kim says to Lisa Rinna, who she just had that explosive fight with, I love your energy and I love your heart.
Okay.
Rinna says to Kim, I think you're a winner. I think you have a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul. You're a good person, Kim, and I love you. Fawn City.
Wow.
She has just gotten a post office box in Fawn City and is just living there.
If there's a trope I hate in Housewives world, it's let's go around the table and trauma dump and each say one bad thing that's happened to us.
You're like Kimmy.
If there's a trope I love, it's let's go around the table and tell each other how much we love each other.
Oh, it's so good. Or like Marisol's game. And Marisol, I have an idea. Let's go around and say who we trust the least.
Yeah.
They should have done that. So they're all doing all that. And Brandy's compliments about everyone are about their looks.
Great.
Everyone's like, I love your energy, your heart, you're a great mother. And then Brady just goes, I really like your hair, Kyle. Like it comes across as so cunty. It's so strange. Everyone else is like, Brandy. And she's like, look, that's all I have right now. That's all I can say. You have really nice eyes. Like truly that's what she's saying after everyone else is saying these deep fucking things to each other. Rinna says to Kim, I think you're a winner. So then it's like everyone goes, and then Brandy's like, that was a fun game, and then she gets up and everyone's like, Brandy, it's your turn, and she like freaks out. She's like, no, I don't want to be a part of this. And they're like, this is your idea. Now Brandy's crying. She's like, I don't want these women to say anything nice about me. This is all fake. You know, she really looks like she wants to crawl out of her skin.
Yeah.
I'm assuming now at this point she's kind of drunk too. But they go around and say nice things about Brandy, and she looks like she wants to light herself on fire.
Yeah.
Then they get back. This is where the second moment of violence happens. They you know, because they've had this nice moment at the end, someone calls it the love boat, right? And then Brandy goes into this thing, like she's clearly hammered, and she's like, where's Isaac? She starts talking about characters from the show The Love Boat, which no one is really referencing. And she's like, you know, yeah, and then Julie's the hot chick that got to kiss everyone. That's what she says. And then by the end, you know, she's like going on this thing, and LVP is trying to like wrangle her and get her off the boat. And then Brandy tries to kiss LVP because she's, and then LVP, who's wearing the jauntiest little hat you've ever seen. I can't even, it's like a, I don't even know what, I don't know if there's a name for this kind of hat, but it kind of goes like this and it's white. LVP is like, no. And then Brandy keeps pushing, and she keeps trying to kiss Lisa. Like she in Brandy's mind, they are doing a bit. And in Lisa's mind, she is like, this person is not okay. So Vanderpump says, I'll slap you. And then Brandy's like, yes, slap me. If you hit me, I'll hit you back. Like they're playing a game. And then, you know, Brandy's like towering over Lisa. Lisa says, like, pick on someone your own size. And then Brandy fucking slaps her across the face.
Brandy.
Vanderpump looks at her in shock and then just goes, no. Like you would like a dog that pissed on the floor. Yes.
Stay.
Yeah. And then Brandy goes, no, do it to me. And Vanderpump is going, I don't like that. I don't. And then they sort of get off the boat, and she's like, it always goes too far with her.
Yeah.
And you know, it wasn't like a whap. It wasn't a bell ringer, but it was a hard. It was a good little slap.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the next morning, it's weird because I feel like, and maybe it was supposed to be, any dinner that ends on like going around and saying something nice about everybody else really feels like the end of a trip.
Yeah,
it's the end of the trip scene. And maybe it would have been if Brandy hadn't slapped
sure
Lisa.
If Brandy hadn't melted down about the game that she made up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, actually, there's way more. Okay. I'm going to speed through this. Next episode is called Confessions of a Housewife. I don't know why.
Damn.
Yeah. So, oh, yeah. At the end of that last episode, LVP and Kyle go to some pancake house, and then Brandy and Yolanda go to breakfast. Okay. And Lisa Vanderpump tells Kyle about the slap. She's like, and she's, to her credit, she's like, I don't want to overplay it. Like, she did not, like, but I also was weird and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
She's not happy. She says at some point, I've been her emotional punching bag and I won't be her physical punching bag. Punch bag. She says punch bag. The night before, Brandy met a guy. When I say a guy, I mean
oh my God,
a 23-year-old child, young man. He actually, because he ran into them, he knows LVP because he grew up with Max, Lisa's son. So the next morning, they're at the flower market. Brandy met him, I guess, after they got off that canal, after she slapped Lisa. And she says, I was up all night with him. She buys flowers for Vanderpump. She tells Kim about it. Kim immediately right on Brandy's side. Kim is just walking around outraged with no context, knowing nothing, just goes, it was a joke. It was a joke. And she gets like really weirdly mad.
Oh my God.
So she tries to give her Vanderpump flowers, and Vanderpump is like, and then she's like, I just think before you act. And then Brandy said, in a rare moment of clarity, says, I guess I take fun to a level that isn't fun. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So then, LVP calls Ken to tell him about it. Yolanda talks to Brandy to, again, scold her, because that is Yolanda's favorite activity, is to scold someone else and tell them how they should be acting. Yes, and at this point, Brandy's like, you've had this conversation with me 3 times that I need to like be more in control. I don't want to hear this. I'm not going to dinner with all of you guys. I've got a date.
Yeah.
With a 23-year-old hunk.
Oh no.
Yeah. So then dinner is happening. It's their final dinner. Yolanda's brother comes again. Everyone is so relieved that Brandy's not there.
Yeah.
And that's when Vanderpump finds out that she's going on a date with Max's friends. Ooh. And Yolanda says, "It's okay. Dutch boys don't kiss and tell." What? How do you know that? First of all, no one's ever had more national pride than Yolanda.
Yeah.
Hadid, Foster Hadid. But how do you know?
And also, like, I don't think that it doesn't seem to me that LVP is really upset at the kissing and the telling part of it. It's more that
it's the fact that
that's my son's friend.
She's going on a date with literally a child.
Yeah.
And then she just casually gets slipped in. Yolanda finds a way to casually slip in that she used to date Julio Iglesias. Okay,
of course.
And then we move on. The date with her guy, I forget his name. It's something European. He is a child. He's tall, but he's a child. The date is awkward. It's like weird innuendo.
Yeah.
He absolutely looks like her son.
Nothing is less appealing than going on a date with a 23-year-old.
Oh,
that just sounds like a nightmare.
God. I didn't want to do it when I was 23.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it now.
No.
The date is just, it's so awkward. Okay, so then back at dinner, the women talk about seeing a sex show. Eileen, I loved this moment because Eileen said, it was like, has anyone seen a sex show before? And Eileen said she saw one in Rio. And what does Vanderpump ask? What does that horny bitch ask? With people, or did it have animals in it? Because, of course, that's her dream, because Lisa Vanderpump is sexually attracted to animals. That's all I could think. I was like, she's not picturing donkeys. She's picturing like golden retrievers and maybe a tiny pony.
And her swans.
And maybe her swans. Every dog she's ever called gorgeous or handsome or sexy.
God. Oh my God.
And then Brandy's date.
Were there animals?
It's disgusting.
Lisa.
Yeah. And that's really where I stopped taking notes. I don't think there was anything else noteworthy happened. That was their last night. It just ended with like a light...
with a whimper, not a bang, but a whimper.
It ended with a whimper, not a bang, but there were plenty of bangs in it.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
And Brandy fucked a 23-year-old.
Oh, dear. Oh, Brandy. Yeah, I'm understanding now why this was Brandy's last season. They said, we love you, you're too much of a loose cannon. And actually, we probably don't love you. You're too much of a loose cannon.
You're just a loose cannon.
Yeah.
But, the season goes on from there. And now I'm just going to keep watching the season because it's so enjoyable.
Okay, so speaking of trips to Ireland, is that on my flight back from Ireland last year, these episodes were on the, what were we on? American? They were like on the American like TV programming. And it was such a treat. So I watched these like fairly recently, and what an absolutely incredible trip.
Yeah.
But you beast.
We're witnessing like the writing of the sacred text. Like you can tell when housewives are pushing to try to force a moment like this now.
Yes.
But these people were just creating it. Like they were discovering it. They were the monkeys on the typewriters producing Hamlet. Like they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were just all following their ids.
Yes.
Some for chaos, some for like self-preservation. Kyle and Renna are just in like traumatized survival mode the whole time.
Yeah.
Different shades of it. Brandy and Eileen are both in like pointing out hypocrisy, but in like different variations of it.
Yeah.
And then Vanderpump and Yolanda are both kind of just trying to like tell people what to do.
Sure. I was going to say peacekeeper, but bossy peacekeeper.
Bossy ass peacekeeper.
Yep. Wow.
And there's no way anybody got high. And they kept, the night after they all took a crumb of space cake, they all kept talking about what great sleep they got. And I'm like, you bitches.
There was a trip fairly recently, right? Did OC go to Amsterdam? Is this what I remember? I just feel like there was a Housewives trip recently where they went to Amsterdam and everyone had some sort of space cake or had some sort of weed and no one cared. And it was just like a funny, not funny, but it was like, oh wow, how far we've come. Like Heather Dubrow was like, oh, that's right. Heather Dubrow and Emily, because Emily doesn't drink anymore, but she's like California sober. We'll have some gummies and stuff sometimes. No, sorry, not Emily. I mean Gina. Gina is California sober.
That's right.
And we'll have and so she and Heather Dubrow were having some gummies. Wow.
But I'll tell you what, my girl Heather, if she had been at this party at that cafe with those girls, she would have had a space cake.
Well, would she have clutched her pearls with the rest of them? Who knows?
I don't think so. No, because I think she is very invested in being cool. In
That's
whatever like relative boat she's in, you know?
Sure.
And so with those women, if everyone else had not done it, she would have been like, you guys are fucking losers. And then just like lit up a big fucking blunt or something. I really think she would have.
Yeah. You know,
and then been like a little the tinge of Luann of like, what? It's continental. It's in Europe. We're in Europe. It's rude not to smoke weed in a host. Yeah. Incredible.
Wow. I want to go back and watch this again. This is absolutely going on the TV this afternoon while I putter around and do my little job.
It was really nice to revisit this time in history before so much fell apart.
And Beverly Hills this season has been so bad and boring. Like I want to go back. I want to go back and treat myself to when it was a delight.
You deserve it.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing this to us.
Of course. I just want to know who from that cast would you most and least like to get high with? Oh,
okay. Great question. Well, I think most, and I just want to hang out with her, is Eileen. I want to go over to Eileen's house in Malibu and maybe have a glass of crisp, cool white wine and have whatever marijuana she's going to offer me. Yeah. And sit on her patio and just gab. That sounds like a great time. Oh, I would have so much fun with her. And then I think least likely, who I really don't want to spend any time with, no matter the substance involved, is Brandy. And sorry to Brandy.
Yeah.
But I just don't think I could handle it.
It does seem challenging. I think I'm going to go with you. I would love to go to Eileen's house if her husband's not home. Because the way they bicker, which some couples, that's just how they are. But I can't, my nervous system can't tolerate being around couples like that. But like, yeah, Ocean, if I got a 1 day reprieve from not doing any substances, I would go to Eileen's house in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Or, I'm just going to make it interesting. I'm going to go to Rinna's house because we could have a little dance party. She'd give me some comfy clothes and then Harry would make us a bolognese.
That would be so nice. Yeah. And Rinna was a very close second for me. Yeah.
The person I would definitely not want to get high with would be Yolanda. Oh, because whenever I got high, I was a munchies person.
Yeah.
And Yolanda would give me 7 almonds and say, okay, you can have 8 today since you're high, but watch it, chew them slow.
And she would hold it over your head for the rest of your life that you went to her house and got high.
Yeah, because she would get just as high as me, if not more, and then sit there with a bottle of water. Being like, you just have to make the decision that you don't have the munchies. You just have to tell your body to stop sending you signals that you need food.
Oh, Yolanda.
Unless you're weak, unlike you need,
Oh, Yolanda. Oh, what a nightmare. What a terror.
Ben's
great housewife.
Least favorite housewife, I think, of all time.
I can. Absolutely can understand that. Yeah.
It's really wild that someone with such an intensely sad and clearly painful, health journey, doesn't have more goodwill. But that just speaks to the power of what an asshole she was. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself. Wow. Okay. Amy, thank you for your work. That was incredible. That was great. My absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Wow. I can't wait to go to my TV and turn this on right now. Thank you, Peacock app. Guys, thank you so much for listening. If you have an issue you want to discuss, if you have an idea for a trip that you want us to watch and recap, you can write to us at wackadoodlepod@gmail.com. And remember, we pick these people apart because we love them. You beasts. You beasts. Bye. Bye.